Hello there, this is Jill from Paper Daisy Crafting. Thanks so much for coming and joining me today. And today is the last one in my series of 3 wedding cards made with this little stamp and die from the Meant to Be set. I posted them all on Saturday for a blog hop that I took part in, so go back on my blog and have a look at Saturday's post. And then yesterday I posted a card, the day before that I posted a card, today I'm posting this one with video tutorials to show you how I made them. So today is the turn of this card, and in order to make it we need my normal card blank. Just leave that there. And we need that scored. So normal card blank is 21 centimeters by 14.8, which is half a A4 sheet, which is the sizing we use in the UK. And this needs to be scored at 10.5 to make our card blank. Still using my old Stampin' Up trimmer. I have got a brand new one in a box if anybody who's watching is interested and would like to get their hands on one, and I have got some spare blades for it as well. So if you want a trimmer and with some spare blades that would keep you going for a while, let me know, because I've got a spare one. I found a spare one the other day that I think I won it in a no, I think I bought it when I needed to make up an amount on an order. Right, okay, so I've got my card blank. Now I need a panel. Can you see that I've just put I haven't put a border around this one. I haven't got a silver or gold border, just a panel. And the white panel measures 14 by 9.5, so it's a centimetre all the way around, half a centimetre all the way around, smaller than our card. And what we've got to do before we can stick it on is to do some embossing. So I have marked at the edges here 3 centimetres up from the bottom of the panel, and what I'm going to do is use a bit of this this is post-it tape. So it's like post-it and it's got the removable adhesive on, but I find it very useful for lining things up. So I am going to put that where my pencil marks are so that I can line up, make sure my stamping is really straight. Yeah, that's okay. And then I'm going to rub out my pencil marks. I don't want those on there. And then what I'm also going to do is I'm going to measure the centre of this so I can centre my greeting as well. So I need to measure to 7, so I can mark 7 on there. And then I'm not marking my card, that's just going to peel off. Now the greeting that I used for this one was from the Well Said set. Congratulations. So I just pop that out. My die's in here. There it is. And I need a clear block to put that on. So here we go. So hoping I'm going to be able to do this straight. It might be a good idea to use the Stamparatus for doing this, but I haven't got mine out, so I'm just going to do it this way. But with hindsight, I think maybe it would have been a good idea to do it. I'm hoping that's going to print. I'm just going to try it with my coloured stamp Versamark. I've got a stamp Versamark that I've put a little grey ink on so that I can just see what I'm stamping. So I'm just going to stamp on I'm going to line it up and stamp on my paper to make sure it is stamping straight, because you can't see, and actually it's going down a little bit at the bottom there, so I want to just readjust that a little bit. So you might want to just play around. Like I say, if you wanted to use your Stamparatus, that would be a good idea. Maybe that's what I should have done. No, it's still going down at the bottom. Let's move it up even further. Good job I did this, otherwise it would have been wonky. And just by putting a little bit of grey on my Versamark, I can just see what I'm stamping. Gosh, that's still going down. What is going on here? Let's take it off. Let's put that there. See if that is straight. I might do it that way around. Sometimes have to play around. Now that does look straight. Let's do one more just to check that that is straight. It's better. Okay, and then come into your card and stamp using the post-it as your guide, trying to centre it. Oh, there we go, got it straight in the end. It's always tricky. Of course you could always do it on a piece of card and then cut it out and stick it on like I did on one of the previous cards. Right, we need a little bit of Versamark, and now what I've realised I didn't do was use my embossing buddy, so let's hope we don't get too much stuck on here that isn't meant to be there. There we go. Give it a blow. Right, okay, I've got some little trails there, so I'm just going to bring in my... Oh, where's my paintbrush gone? Oh, now my paintbrush is gone as well. Okay, let's improvise here then. Don't know where my little paintbrush has gone. And just with a very pointy tool, I'm just going to knock out some of these. I've got, don't know what's happened there. I obviously maybe stamped a little bit. I've got a few little bits. That's better. Just there that I don't want to come out. And it's paying attention to details like this that will make your cards look more professional than if you just ignore these problems. Right, that's okay. Okay, let's just get rid of all this other bits around here, and I can peel this off now. Don't need that on any longer. And then just, yeah, I don't know why that's done that. That's, oh, now I've knocked off a little bit of the S, so let's just re-powder that. There we go. Right, I think I'm finally happy with that. A lot more faffing around than it deserved, really. And I always find it much more difficult lining up the red rubber stamps than I do the photopolymer, for obvious reasons. So that's where the Stamparatus comes in. There's a way to use the Stamparatus to make sure things are always lined up. Have to admit I haven't used my Stamparatus very much at all. Something I really ought to get on with. There we go, that's our heat embossed. Congratulations, lovely. Right, I'm just going to put my embossing powder away while that cools down a little bit. And then what we need to do is we're going to mount that panel onto our card blank like so. Again, a very, very hot day here in the UK. Temperatures are nearly in the 40s, which is unheard of for us. We don't ever get those temperatures, and it's really hot. I've got 2 fans pointed at me at the moment trying to keep me cool. And I've stayed indoors today because our house tends to stay a lot cooler than it does outside in this weather. So I've just stayed inside, so it's been a good excuse to stay inside and craft today. Right, there we go. And then I need, like I said, I showed you how to create these hearts the other day on the video, so go back and have a look at that one if you'd like to see how to make the hearts. So now we need to come in with a gold one in the middle. So this is what we're aiming to recreate. So we want a gold one in the middle, a gold one either side. Not gold, there we go. And then in between it's going to be a silver one raised up. Okay, so let's take a little bit of Tombow and do this first one. Like so. And this video should be going out on Tuesday the 30th, which means you've only now got a day and a bit left to take advantage of our bonus days offer. If you spend £45, you'll get a voucher to spend next month, a £4.50 voucher. So if that's something you're interested in, please don't miss out. Lots of my customers have been taking advantage of that. Even if it means that you stock up on, you know, basics like glue and paper, it makes it worthwhile, because then you get money to spend next month for free, which is brilliant. We all like free stuff. There, and then our silver ones are going to go there. So I'm just going to come in with my tweezers, take the backing off my hearts and plonk one down there. And here's the other one. Couldn't see where it had gone. And take the backing off these ones as well. I've got some half ones here, being very, very frugal. Much more difficult to get the backing off though, because they're much smaller. Yeah, that's done. And then that one. There we go. And that one goes in the middle there. And then the only thing left to do is to come in with some rhinestones. You can see I've put 2 at the top there. So let's go for that one and that one. They really are lovely, these rhinestones. They're so sparkly, much more sparkly than any others I've ever bought. And one there. And another one. There we go. Maybe there. There we go. 2 lovely wedding cards. Like I said, I shall be adding these to my stash to make sure that I've got wedding cards ready to send. I'm trying to add all sorts of greeting cards to my stash so I've got them ready to send to people, because usually I'm scrabbling about trying to make them. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed my little series of 3 videos making these wedding cards. If you do have a go, I'd love to see how you get on. Let me know if there's anything else I can do to help. But meanwhile, thanks for joining me, and I'll be back very, very soon. Thanks very much. Bye.